Now we double Spider-Man, and then we double Prof X, then we can reallocate the Jets to be able to get the dub on every single location. It's all coming up Eddie's way. What'd you play? Zabu? Was a Forge? This next card is going to be stacked. Pity that doesn't matter. What are you playing? The double Forge Wong? You're just gonna wait? Would not have waited. This one's all ours. Welcome, my friends. High Evolutionary might be grabbing all of the hype right now, but Thanos is still a premier big bad here in Snap, and he is absolutely dominating with this deck, titling it Junked Up Stones. It is a hybrid control list, a little bit of location lockdown, a little bit of ulterior control through the Valkyrie, and it is not lacking in high tempo plays in the Blue Marvel and the Devil Dinosaur either, so it really has an option for whatever your opponent is throwing at you. Our ideal game plan, the perfect draw for us, is to be able, in the early game, to play a number of stones and find the time stone. Play time stone on turn 3. That allows us to play Professor X on turn 5. We're happy just throwing him out blind because understanding that that is our game plan, we can heavily commit into just one location while our opponent is probably going to leave spaces open to keep themselves flexible. We then lock it down. We have the Jeff to be able to slide in later in case they did pass us, and we also have the Blue Marvel to buff the lane later as well. So plenty of ways to be able to help out the location even if we are behind. Then we play Spider-Man on 5 to lock them out and top them with either the Devil Dino or the Thanos. In terms of ulterior options here, we have the flexibility to attack their board space through the Green Goblin, Viper, Hood, and Titania combo here. The Titania Green Goblin especially is absolutely dirty. The play that you make is you play Titania first and then the Green Goblin. The Green Goblin will sail across and then the Titania will attempt to follow if there is open space. You're attacking 2 spaces at once. You hope to fill up the opponent's space entirely because then you can just recall the Titania at will and be able to swing that lane into your advantage. We also have the Valkyrie here, an amazing control piece. Marry her up with the Soul Stone, combine her with the buffs from the Blue Marvel, or in a pinch, just play her on the final turn, followed up by the Titania or the Demon, so that card is then larger than whatever you have reset all of the opponent's pieces to. When you can have her buffing up all of your very cheap stones that you set down in the very early game, you can really surprise a lot of players and be able to catch them out. They don't expect the Valkyrie to be coming, even though she has a drop down in series and is more accessible now. A lot of people have not adapted to bringing her up. I love the way this deck comes together. You really do have an answer for whatever the opponent is throwing at you, and we thrive on Thanos being the Boy Scout of Snap with a toolbox of, he's prepared for whatever, toolbox of effects out of the stones that he is bringing, so he can really be very reactive to what is coming at you. Deck list is up above, and if you guys have a Thanos deck that you have been tinkering around with and found success with, I would love to hear about it down in the comments. I am an avid Thanos enjoyer of all things around the Mad Titan. Opponent playing Magneto. What kind of list is running Magneto at the moment? It could be Hela. It could be something with Lockjaw. What else do we see Magneto being played? I saw a version of a Shuri deck that was running the Magneto, but I think that has ultimately fallen out of favor in the current meta. We'll see. Maybe the opponent's getting a little bit creative on us. Playing the Hood here, so we'll wait to be able to see if we can find the Viper. And we just fill our hand with junk. Well, we are going to have a maxed out hand size for quite some time then. Let's go ahead and play Soulstone, keep the draw cycling around, and I will play the Demon as well here on the right. Yeah, that's the move I'll make. Silver Surfer, I don't think we're going to get any value out of that. Angela, but that is a Triskelion card. Alright. Still trying to predict what the opponent could be throwing at us. Aww. That's amazing to be able to get the buffs on all of these cheap cards. Definitely want to play my Mind Stone. Then establish my Power Stone. Yes, yes. Hang on. We'll play Mind Stone down mid. If this is the Valkyrie lane, and then the left is the Viper lane, we're trying to keep these open. We'll then put the power onto the right lane here in the Power Stone, and then Time Stone. My hand's going to be completely full. We're getting all this overdraw because of Triskelion. If only we could find Devil Dinosaur. He would thrive. Thrive, I tell you. I do love the idea of them investing heavily on buffing the Angela, and then my Valkyrie comes in and says none of that. Prof X. Oh, we did find it. Hang on. That is ours, I do believe. Yep, created by the Daily Bugle. Not a mirror matchup. Fascinating, fascinating. I feel like, I mean, there's no way they pass us at Wakandan Embassy, right? It's very cheeky to play the Profex on mid, but without Blue Marvel or Jeff in hand, I think it's too risky. Maybe Jaws? I have a feeling they might be running Jeff. I don't know what's telling me that, just something's telling me that. We'll do this. Land the Profex and then see what our turn 5 options are before we weigh snapping or just playing it out. At this point, I'm feeling like we're in a decided advantage. They do have a big old Magneto that they're going to be slammed down there. Their Magneto is mirroring ours, 14 power, nothing to sneer at. I love the buff to Thanos being almost as big, but then not shuffling the other cards to his location. Something that you don't always want to have happen. But in the current meta, with how much power is being developed, especially from the 4 costs, the Magneto is in a great position to be able to disrupt opponents. There's the Devil Dino. The ongoing effects are the kryptonite of the Valkyrie Control, so we need to be careful here. Interesting. Interesting and not good for us. 7 power lizard looking okay. Could we flip, sail the Titania across? They're flipping first. I want to. I would then have to pass it later. Not that I struggle to pass a card too much. It would certainly hurt if... yes, and then the Space Stone. This is it. I'm going to try and push Titania to their side, hoping they play, clog up the location, use Space Stone to be able to give myself an escape. Hold back Reality Stone in case anything catastrophic. I get the extra card draw, though. I'm going to play it for card draw. We're basically seeding Daily Bugle here. I think we found the right path. Oh, we found the right path. Jubilee, what's she going to pull? You're going to lock this location down already? Oh, the Zola? Hold on. Powers of the Time Stone. They get the extra draw and the extra energy, but we're going to send you over that little Titania. Here's a gift for you. I should have snapped. We got this one well in hand. The 22 power Thanos. I can't even see his power. It's too much. It's too much. Thanos. Rain fire. Can't even see his power. There we go. The 22. The card is freaking out. He doesn't know. And then we're taking the Titania. The lizard is even going to go back to his full power. Nah. It's all ours. Lemuria here. I'm going to go ahead and play Space Stone. Even though I'm not able to move anything, I just like being able to get the card draw going early. Expanding our hand size and our options. Looking particularly right now for other stones. Green Stone with Professor X in hand will be wonderful. Otherwise, we're just going to develop the hood and then follow up with the demon if we don't have anything else to spend energy on. Polaris, a nice little tool to be able to play in conjunction with a Vipered hood or in conjunction with Green Goblin. I'll go ahead and play on the blank location. Hope to be able to draw Viper. Full Stone, wonderful. One of the best. Such high value out of a 1 cost, it is wild. Raft, hey? I can race at the raft. I can race very well. Soulstone Demon together here to be able to get the advantage. Probably a Polaris finish. Yeah, probably the Polaris finish. I'm not going to move the hood away, as much as I would enjoy that. The opponent looks like they're ceding it over to us. Are you Galactus? Oh no. Are they Galactus? If they're Galactus, and they play the Galactus to the raft. Bucky Devil Dino is insane. Okay. I was not initially going to do this. You have forced my hand. Green Gobby to the raft. We snap. We have him locked up 9 ways to Sunday. That's a saying, right? Play the Reality Stone to be able to get extra card draw. Maybe do that on one of these locations. I'll play it at Lemuria. Just pondering what could possibly come up to be able to screw me over. There's a number of different things. We get the Chavez here, attack with the Goblin. Now they will not be able to play Galactus to the raft. They will have to play to Lemuria, where I can win through Professor X or Spider-Man. Doc Ock, maybe I won't be able to. We shall see. What do we pull? Professor X and Spider-Man survive the purge. Incroyable. We get our draws. Dino gets bigger. Chavez shows her face. Oh, it's good. It's good. Alright, interesting point of order. The Galactus is actually 7 points here at Atlantis. Professor X does not win. So we'll play Spider-Man because we're going to have to follow up with something else to be able to top them. And then I will play Time Stone so that I have the extra energy for what, you ask? Nothing. Nothing? Why do you ask? Power Stone now? I'll just wait. If they don't happen to have the glow, of course they do. And now they're spamming the retreat button, but we have to watch the animation. Oh, the water effect. Love that the water effect is here at the same time. Just feels so good. Stealing cubes from the Galactus players. Yoinks. You got the Jeff, mate? Doesn't matter. Victory. This is a great opening hand for us. I'm gonna hold on to the Time Stone here. Ooh, Sinister London with the Jeff. Aww. So I said that you want to play Time Stone on 3, right? The Green Goblin on Sinister London on curve is also one of the best plays that you can possibly make in the mid game. I'm gonna have to take that one. Goodbye, good hand. It's unfortunate to lose you, but Spider-Man on Sinister London again. We just thrive on the Sinister London all around. So many great plays to be able to make. There we go. We have the 2 goblins. They go Wong. Ooh. Oh dear. Do you have Odin to be able to send those back? Well, I guess with the Wong, they'll go back and then back again. That'll be interesting. Now we double Spider-Man, and then we double Prof X, then we can reallocate the Jeffs to be able to get the dub on every single location. It's all coming up Eddie's way. And then we have 2 Jeffs that slide in and perfect the Prof X after just locking him out from being able to access these locations. It's amazing. What'd you play? Zabu? Was a Forge? This next card is going to be stacked. Pity that doesn't matter. And also it's a bit of a pity that I can't guarantee my Prof X is going to go left, but I feel great about this. What are you playing? The double Forge Wong? You're just going to wait? Would not have waited. This one's all ours. Alright, great early pressure here from getting Space Stone, Jeff, Soul Stone, Power Stone all to the board. Up against their Zabu. What's the look coming to us from Zabu right now? Is it going to be the Black Bolt Stature deck? It's still hovering around in the meta. Thor, Lockjaw with some 4s in there. What's the big idea? The problem here is if I play Hood Viper, it dies, right? Might actually be better to move my baby Jeff. Moving him to Hollow gets a little bit scary, and then play Hood Viper over here. If Viper pushes Space Stone, that's fine. If she pushes Hood, obviously it's way better. There we go. Get the hit. Always lucky, never punished. That looks like we lose Wakanda. News update, Wakanda is lost. Thanos or Devil Dinosaur? With the state of the stones, I'm leaning Thanos. Opponent feeling happy with themselves. I don't mind the position we're in. Demon developed in hand. They're gonna play into Hala here. Lockjaw. Lockjaw Wasp, the evolved Wasp, of course, of course. Everybody's raving about this. Trying to get into the Doctor Doom, are you kidding me? It's so powerful. Now what do we like? The slot machine can roll this way and that. It's a very powerful combo. Blue Marvel plus Demon here. How many cards in hand? 4 cards in hand. Your capability to narrow things down for Dracula is somewhat small. I guess it depends. They could have all good targets in there, I suppose. Looking at Infinite and Giganto, probably their other option. If they were able to top deck the Mjolnir, that's where I really get in trouble, because the Lockjaw will be able to trade Mjolnir for a more powerful card while still buffing Thor over here on the left, and I'm anticipating just losing outright at Wakanda. But if they have to just play one of their expensive cards, then they might be stretched too thin to be able to stop me. I'll accept and see the flip. They have the 2. Was the worst case scenario? It was. The Mjolnir was in hand. Mjolnir, to me. Cycles around. Oh. Ah. By 1. Ooh, a little Thanos mirror for us. Coming into Kalintar. Alright, that could be problematic. The energy bump up. I will Reality Stone the Kalintar to be able to preserve my Soul Stone. I think that's worth it. Then I could play Tempo Viper, or I could wait to be able to see if we draw Hood. What else do I want to do? Turn 3? I don't really have something else to do on turn 3, so I could just wait. Play the Viper on the next turn. I want to be careful when you expend your combos here. Shadowland attack, and then the Time Stone, Space Stone. Alright. Amazing. Getting the Time Stone is wonderful. That's Domain. We have both spent Reality Stone, but I have Professor X. This is all ours, baby. Time Stone me. Viper board attack. Though really I'm looking at Valkyrie being able to win a Shadowland here. There's certain scenarios where they'd be able to get around it, but this one's coming down for us. Lock up the Death Domain with the Professor X. Spider-Man on turn 5 is textbook control. Even the Goblin, amazing. Lockjaw. Lockjaw gonna be able to throw a wrench in the plan? He's gonna try. Prof X to lock it down. If he gets, he could be hoping, trusting in a Doctor Doom to be able to give him access to Death's Domain, but Prof X will have none of that. Will not allow cards to be added. And then my Spider-Man will shut him up. Valkyrie will swing the final in. We could be looking at a unanimous victory if things go to chalk. Wave. Alright. Into the Soul Stone. Sure. It's a powerful piece. It's a great stone there. Would have actually liked to be able to play Hood here, but Wave will prevent us. Spider-Man is still the way to go. Green Goblin gets a little ballsy, but would also be an option. Looking at playing him on Shadowland, most likely. Oh, the Leech. Hold on. But without him being on board, he doesn't have the effect. Ah! Victory. I don't know if any other deck quite embodies the I am inevitable line when you are just locking up your wins early, being able to guarantee the victory through the Professor X Spider-Man combo, played in either order because of the Time Stone, makes it incredibly fun, very flexible. If you guys pick this deck up, I hope it earns you many cubes on your climb up to infinite. Till next time, thank you guys for watching. Keep on snapping.